AI is only as good as the context you give it. Today, we're bringing the Nordic's most sophisticated company information database with more than 90 million company profiles directly into your favorite AI tool. This is the Vainu MCP. In sales, the more information you have and the timing of reaching out is fundamental. That is why prospecting, research, and sales admin can take a lot of your time. With the Vainu MCP, you and your sales team can be more efficient than ever before in multiple parts of the sales process. For this demo, I will show you a few use cases of the Vainu MCP and how it can make your day much easier. Let me show you how it works. So, for starters, with the Vainu MCP, you can now prospect your ICP in plain language. Today, I'm using Claude. And first, let's make sure that Claude has the Vainu MCP activated as a tool. Then, I want to find new companies. So let me describe my ICP to Claude. I'm looking for mid-sized Nordic companies in the manufacturing or industrial automation space, with annual revenue between 5 and 50 million euros that are profitable and have a budget to invest in new tools. They should also be using modern cloud infrastructure like AWS or Azure. And they've also been growing their headcount in the last 12 months. Include relevant data point from Vainu and also make sure to have one column for each company where you explain why you believe the company have the budget to invest in new tools. For demo purposes, limit this to 20 company max. And then we press enter. Claude is now connecting to the Vainu database and using the most up-to-date company information, financial statements, news, and many more data points. While we are waiting for the results, let's dive into another very powerful use case. Another possibility with the Vainu MCP is using the semantic search. It allows you to search through millions and millions of documents and data points that otherwise would have been impossible or at least taking a lot of time to find. To show you in detail, we will make use of Vainu's meeting data. What we do is we create a new task and input yet another prompt. Search for Swedish municipal documents for any planned investments in data centers or large-scale IT infrastructure in the upcoming years. I want us to be proactive and able to win deals. Include meeting minutes and budget documents from the last 12 months. For the top 3 most promising opportunities, pull the full company and municipality context, financials, decision makers, and any related companies mentioned in the document. I want everything needed to win the deal. Let's also run that case simultaneously. The AI will now access Vainu's database once again, and it will search through all available meeting minutes and documents using our special request. Now, while we wait for those results, let's get back into our ICP list and see what we got. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. We can see the prospects very easily thanks to the Excel sheet that Claude has been giving us. And if I want more information, I can just ask to complement or ask to add even more companies. But for now, I'm happy with the results. Though I would want this to be efficiently pushed to my CRM system. And here is where it gets even more powerful. We go into Claude again, and this time we add the HubSpot MCP to the available tools that Claude can use. Then we post an additional little prompt. Now push this data to HubSpot. Also set up a task for Monday to start reaching out to these companies. And while at it, get the most relevant contact for each company from Vainu and add that information to HubSpot too. Make sure they either have an email or a phone number, preferably both. Claude will now yet again go into Vainu company database and fetch the contact details for these companies. Once Claude's got that, Claude will then go and push all this information into our CRM without us needing to do it manually. while Claude is pushing that to HubSpot, let's get back to see what the Swedish municipalities are investing in. So perfect. I can see that we got some good results. And if we go down here, we can see that Claude has very, very neatly summarized this for us, both building a pages file, which we can go through in detail, and also a quick overview in the chat. So we can see that from the Vainu data, we get very, very specific results in terms of what regions are actually investing in what and when. So by using the Vainu MCP in this manner, we can be hyper efficient and find data and information that otherwise would have been impossible to retrieve. The possibilities are endless, and your creativity is the only limitation. Now, as a final check, let's get back into and see if Claude managed to push our contacts and the relevant ICP into HubSpot. We can see that our CRM is now populated with both companies of the 20 ones that we asked Claude to get us. But also, if we go in at the contact data, we can now see that Claude has also added contacts to it. So these are just some of the use cases where you can chain your Vainu MCP with your AI and other tools to make your sales team much more efficient. The Vainu MCP is available right now. So if you want to test it out, make sure to reach out to us and we'll get you up and running. Thanks for watching, and we very much look forward to see what you are creating with this.